12 amateur and professional photographers have been selected to compete in an extraordinary photographic contest. 8 weeks, 8 completely different photographic challenges.
Can I come back tomorrow?
It's been a disaster.
They'll have to give it their best shot to impress the judges. Oliviero Toscani, acclaimed and controversial photographer from Italy.
I've seen too many of these photographic masturbation.
Caroline Hunter, Guardian Weekend magazine picture editor from the UK.
So much doesn't really engage me.
Darcy Padilla, American documentary photographer specializing in contemporary issues.
That's why you didn't do it, because you don't know.
Only one photographer will win the life-changing prize of 150,000 euros.
I took that picture, mate.
Sorry. Much harder than I expected.
Who will be the next Sky Arts Master of Photography?
Wow, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Hello, photographers, and welcome back to Sky Arts Master of Photography. In the last 2 assignments, we asked you to take a portrait of a well-known actor.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Don't look at the camera, just look past me on this side.
Then, to explore the idea of erotica.
You have to dominate him. You need to be more.
Go.
Now we want you to continue building relationships with your subjects.
This time, we want you to really improve on your narrative skills.
Each of you will spend a day with a para-Olympian. You will then present us with 3 to 5 images that capture both their training sessions and their private life.
They run with no feet, they swim with no arm, they run blind. Incredible, no? So this is not just documenting their physical situation, but also who are they?
The point to a reportage is telling a story. Have an idea. That's possibly the most important part of this. But the other part is be open to that idea changing.
Olymp, what do you think about it?
It's exciting, and I think these persons will really have a story to tell besides winning something. So I think it's very interesting.
Max?
I've never met a Paralympian before, and I don't really shoot sports, so I guess the combination of sports and this social topic will be very interesting.
To help you, there is a reference of a picture made by Bob Martin, a British photographer. Try to understand what is his human condition of being like that. And the courage to do something like that. You leave your leg there, you dive and you swim with no legs. Try not to get pathetic to that. Those people know how to defend themselves.
The next photograph is by the award-winning photographer, Ezra Shaw.
This photo is possible because of Ezra's anticipation and releasing the shutter at a certain time. This is something to think about when you're doing a sports photo. Ezra will be here to help you in the editing process.
Here you will find 7 boxes. Inside is the name of the athlete that you'll photograph.
David Bere, Germany, running.
Yola DJ, Italy, sprint, high and long jump.
Bebe Vio, Italy, wheelchair fencing.
David Smith, UK, boccia.
Reinhold Bortzell, Germany, high and long jump.
Francesca Porcelato, Italy, wheelchair racing.
Thomas Geierspiegler from Austria. He's a wheelchair racer.
This information is your starting point.
So once you've finished, go to the kit room and collect your gear.
The boxes contain research notes on all the athletes. It's important for the contestants to understand their background in order to produce an original and convincing reportage.
What do you think should be in those 3 to 5 photos?
There absolutely needs to be feeling and emotion. I can talk to her for a while beforehand and try to get to know her a bit better just before photographing her, which I think will help.
No. Talking is one thing, and photographing is another. And photographing is a language. And so use your camera, okay? Use your camera to have that exchange. That would be my advice to you.
I'll be shooting Ayola de Dash, and I'll be going to Milan to do that.
And what lenses are you going to take with you to do this?
So for the personal life and the work life, I think I'll be using a 28 on a small body just to be there and be close and be quick. For the sports shooting, I think I'll be using a tele probably with a quick camera just to get that movement.
One of the aims of this assignment is to explore the complex relationship between subject and photographer. Our contestants have been asked to capture the ordinary lives of some extraordinary athletes using 3 to 5 photos. The 7 contestants left in the competition have been flown to different cities in Europe to spend a typical day in the life of a Paralympian. Will they be able to find the right balance between subjectivity and their photographic goals?
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Hello, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
I'm Gillian, lovely to meet you.
You too.
How are you?
Hi.
Oh, nice. Hi, Ariola, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hello, David. Nice to meet you.
I'm gonna give a kiss because I hate giving hands.
That's good.
Holding the German record in the 100 meters with a time of 11.66, David is one of the fastest men alive.
Gold medal.
Whoa, there's something in it.
Yeah. For the blind people.
Wow.
I have the silver one and it's different.
Oh,
right?
is it different?
Yeah. And musician. Wow.
Take your guitar, making a band. Okay, now I should think like a reportage maker. I never did reportage before.
Okay.
So you're the first one.
Okay.
It's an honor. No. So where should I put you when you have your medal? Let's walk around. Yes, perfecto. Perfecto.
In order to create a powerful and original narrative, the photographers first need to understand what it's like to live everyday life with a disability.
That's cool.
It's a little bit of mess.
That's cool.
My first World Championship was in Warsaw.
Warsaw?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God. Ciao papi. Come va? Sempre ci saluta? No, in English. The photographer, in English.
English, how are you, everybody?
Hi, how are you?
A great wheelchair fencer, 19-year-old Bebe is one of the youngest athletes to win at the Paralympics.
Those are the battery for the arm.
And for how long?
1 day. 1 day and a half,
day.
but if you use it for 1 day and a half, the rest half of the day you say, what? And you say, okay, what do I have to do now? Exactly. Because I don't know if you saw, I open and close the hand.
Yeah, I've seen through the...
Yeah, you can try it if you want. If you touch this part inside, you open it, and now it's... and if you touch this, you can close it. One for time. Or you close or you open.
Wow.
You have no limits. So you can run, you can walk, you can... I got another pair of legs with the wheel, with the taco.
You know, when you go to the...
High heels.
High heels.
Right.
Yeah, I got a pair like that for the... Because I'm 19 years old, so I must to have it.
Definitely,
It's a must.
Non ricordo da Rio.
Cool, perfect. Grazie.
Ariola was born in Albania and was blinded by a rare eye illness. Today, she is a medal-winning long jumper who's afraid of nothing.
Ciao, ciao.
Ariola's day starts at the call center where she works.
Ok, un attimo solo. Per favore, prova a chiamare il carro attrezzi e rimanga in linea.
In one ear she has the customer talking to her, and on the other ear she has the computer telling her what she's doing. But her boyfriend told me that it's so fast that he can't understand what the computer is saying. And she manages to cope with all of this.
Verso le 14 sarà direttamente lì in officina in via del Perugino.
Each athlete has a different story.
I was 7 years old. I have the accident of my father's farm.
I was 20 years old and I have a normal life.
I really had a hard time when I had my accident, and I take a lot of drugs. That was a machine. There have 10 to 20,000 blades. Yeah, right. And I come.
Train gate in front of me and hit me with my bike. I woke up and I saw it down on me and I can't see my feet.
But they all have one thing in common: resilience.
I'm used to making people feel inspired.
I got not all the body. I lost some pieces, but I got no problem with my body. I like my body. I like my processes. I like all of me.
Are you ready to photograph me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited.
It's hard work.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A polyhedral athlete, Francesca has been competing since 1998 and has won medals in 3 different sports.
1 minute. Go. It was difficult to run next to her because she moves very fast. That's the reason why I just asked her to slow down so that I could walk beside her while holding the camera steady. Okay, so for this, can you pretend like you're moving but not move? Okay. Just because it'll be easier to photograph, if you know what I mean. Okay. I chose to not completely stage the situation, but stage it a little bit. And I thought it would be nice to photograph her just in front of this landscape.
My coffee.
We pass by a bar where she has a coffee every day after she trains.
Com'è?
I quite like the fact that her coffee is always placed on her chest. It's nice? Yeah.
Devo guardarti, Molly.
Pardon?
I'm sorry.
You speak in Italian?
Having won 21 medals in his career, David is the most successful British bocce player in history.
That's so cool. You see, like to be in the space. You really love your card.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my baby.
Your baby.
Hello, old boy.
I would like to do some strange things with the colors, with the background, but it's a reportage, so I don't want to stage too many things. Okay, are you ready? Yep. Go. Good.
Oh, sorry.
I'm the whiteboard.
The contestants are witnessing firsthand what makes their subjects extraordinary.
So I found 6 too easy last week.
I already feel tired for them.
The sacrifices, the hard work, and the will to strive for greatness leave only one possible option: success.
Okay, yeah, you're done. Yay! Beautiful.
A high jumper and sprinter, Reinhold competed in Paris swimming at national youth level before turning to athletics.
You know, when you jump, obviously you jump like that. Is your face going to be facing me? Just...
Nothing on your face?
No, nothing. Just carry on. Cool, well done. We had a mixture of light at the gym that in colour would look pretty grim, to be fair. So we have the option of black and white, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
I need to get a faster shutter speed. Reinhold has a passion for life and a passion for his sport. He engages with the world, you know, it's certainly something that doesn't hold him back. Yeah. It's amazing.
Thank you. From my past experience doing stories for magazines or newspapers with this documentary kind of style is to have a kind of range of shots in mind. Situational shots which show the environment, which show his surroundings, a few portraits.
Thomas survived a terrible car accident and became an extraordinary athlete. European champion, multiple world record holder, and world champion.
This is a red track in the middle of the day with quite a strong flat light coming on an area which is almost all covered with white snow. So what was tricky there was to get the right exposure. This was particularly hard because the type of shot that I was trying to get was panning shot, where you pan your camera at the same speed as which Thomas would have been driving his wheelchair. And by doing that, he remains in focus, but the background has a motion blur.
Yeah, perfect.
Max?
Yeah.
Okay, is the track?
This is the track. Yeah, it looks cool.
To be able to run blind, the athletes work out with a partner. Ariola trains and competes with her boyfriend.
What I'm trying to show through my pictures is that everything she does that might seem normal for us is normal for her as well.
Pronti.
Up. And I want to show this normality of everything she does. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to try a couple of panning shots. I'm using a really slow shutter speed, I'm using 1/10 of a second. So they will run past me, and I will follow them with the camera to show the speed and the movement of the whole thing. I've got a pretty perfect panning shot here. This one's great because her face is in focus, more or less.
Yeah, okay.
Wow. So big. I'm quite used to work with bodies in my work, so for me, this should not be difficult. And also with this body, for me, it was just like another body. There was no difference. I'm trying now to freeze when he's running, but now I find the background a bit disturbing, and also I have some problems with the shutter speed because it's dark. If when you're finished, I will just ask you to do this like very slow, that I still
I cannot hear in the middle, yeah.
Can you go like, yeah, like this? Is it a nice feeling?
She's like a gladiator. That's what I like. And it's great to have the opportunity to show it.
But even the toughest of gladiators sometimes get injured.
I got some problem with the skin, so each time I fence.
Every time?
Yeah, not every, but most of them.
But it hurts badly, or?
Yeah, but not much. I
right.
prefer to fence, so.
Right.
I love fence, so there's no problem.
Right. No pain, no gain. Huh?
Exactly.
I think that the photography, especially reportage, is something about intimacy and the crossing border between this official face and this real face. Showing these intimate moments always make reportage special.
It's quite nice.
This task has pushed the photographers technically and emotionally.
Yeah, that was the team. So I did lots of different sports, and bocce was just one of many.
Okay.
I was teaching children in kindergarten. For kids with disability, when you're saying that you can be good at something, you're just getting it and you're going for it because everybody likes being good at something.
Most comfortable.
Dai, fermo un attimo, che dai, c'è pochi minuti.
Can you do that again? Yeah. It was really, really nice. They have a very close bond, and so hopefully I was able to capture that.
And then his vision was... Yeah, that's me, yeah. And this is the circumstance when I see that.
If you had to describe yourself using only 3 words?
I think I'm focused, determined, and sometimes impatient.
Okay, brilliant. That's great. He's a great guy, and the experience for me on a personal level was lovely.
You ready? We got it.
Cool. Yeah, I remember for today.
Well, that was cool, thanks.
Thank you, David.
That's all right, no problem.
Really, thank you so much.
Really, really nice day with you.
Yes.
The relationships they've established today will help determine the quality of their storytelling.
It was super nice to work with you.
Yeah. You run, just a moment. Right, go. Go, go, go. The arm, move the arm. Yes, yeah, good.
Was I running straight?
Yeah.
A successful photo reportage should have a clear narrative and evoke emotions without being soppy. During this task, the photographers have had to contend with difficult lighting, different locations, fast action, and emotional stories. What did they see through their lenses that will surprise the judges? Back in the studio, the contestants are selecting a short list of photographs to discuss with the guest photographer.
I'm worried about my images this week. I think I probably should have captured her movement.
It's not going to be easy to edit all 5 photographs, not only because I've shot a lot, but also because of the various situations I've seen.
Oh my gosh, I really love this picture. Like this one, it's nice.
Choosing 3 to 5 photographs that will deliver the most powerful series is a daunting task. As one weak image can determine the failure of the whole reportage, we've enrolled Ezra Shaw to help them through this process. Ezra has been working for the world's leading photographic agency since 1998. He has covered the most important sports events such as Winter and Summer Olympic Games, the Super Bowl, the World Cup, and his pictures have won numerous awards.
Hello, everybody. I'm excited to be here today and take a look at all the pictures you guys have produced. So I'm looking forward to it.
So the Paralympian I was photographing was called Francesca Porcelato.
I would like to see more training. Like, I mean, number 3, you know, it's a nice portrait, but could have been set up a little bit better. With something like wheelchair racing, you can go for motion blur or something like that. I would go probably 1, 2, 3, and 4.
3 and 4. We'll get them up together.
Let's see what those 4 look like together. I think that looks nice.
Okay.
I was going to use this one.
Right.
And this one.
And that one. Right. Yeah. I mean, I like having the motion blur in that. If number 9 is too much, it's not quite there.
I quite like the hand. I think it looks more dramatic on this.
Right. Having his fingers cut off there.
Right, yeah.
That's my only hesitation, but for some reason I'm still drawn to that picture more so than the other one. I think those 5 together make a nice selection.
So the 5 that I was leaning towards.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think it's a good choice.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, you definitely have to have number 3, I think, because that's the only one in action, right? I don't think I would add number 6 in there.
You wouldn't?
I like the one of him. It shows a little bit more to me, number 5 than number 6, and I don't think you would need both of them.
I really respect Ezra Shaw. He's a really good sports photographer, but his background is very different to mine, so I'm going to go with the images that I feel really tell the story.
I wonder if this one even you could crop in a little bit more, come in almost to the top of the curtain there, and I would crop up to that corner, that red line maybe.
Oh, this one?
Right, so if this is not right, like that. Let's see. I mean, that brings you in a little bit more to the line coming down from there and the line coming up from there. With all the pictures, the color is off, a lot of them. You know, and sometimes the easiest way to get the color to match would be to convert them all into black and white. I don't know if that's something that
But I like colors.
You like color.
Everybody knows here that I'm like the color man.
Oh, you're the color girl. Well,
it's not my thing, so I will stay with my gut feeling and go for color.
First 5 is my edit.
I don't know how much you can tone that down and keep the aesthetics of seeing her face in there like that. On this picture, you want the emphasis to be on her, but because he's highlighted there, your eye goes to him as well before it goes to her. So if you were to tone that down just a little bit, I mean, I think as a whole, those 5 look pretty solid. Thank you, everyone. I look forward to seeing what you present to the judges.
Post-producing a series is harder than working on a single image, as the contestants need to process each picture individually and find the right balance between them all.
I'm going to really take down the exposure in the sky and also the highlights on her face.
In all photos, I've made like some masks, some contrast, just to take some parts of photo more visible than the others.
Every color that I put in the pictures, I put it more up to be more like clean and flashy.
The judges will be looking for the series that best showcases the contestants' technical skills and their ability to tell a story through the power of their photographs.
We're very eager to see what you have accomplished or not. Kamwa.
My attitude, it really inspired me because most of the things that he does, I don't. Like the first picture is with his girlfriend. I don't have a girlfriend. The second picture, he goes to the gym. I don't go to the gym. He's a sport player. I don't play sport. He drive a car. That really amazes me with those joysticks.
Yeah.
I don't have a car license. Really, I see him like a hero. I don't see him like as a disabled person.
I can feel that you like the guy. And there is a good relation between you and him having fun somehow. And probably he really had fun looking at you, not able to do anything, but just taking the picture. And that's enough for us.
In terms of quality, there isn't a consistency. The driving shot, your eyes are pulled to the trees in the background somewhat.
I do like how on the weight training one where the weight line is coming straight out of the corner, and that does lead you straight into what he's doing there.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Gillian, please.
Hello.
Hi there.
I went to see Reinhold Berzler in Hanover, Germany. He is a 41-year-old Paralympian. These are my images from the time I spent with him.
Well, you kept somehow kind of a distance to him, I feel. Emotional distance. You went there because he's a special guy. You just document they're missing the leg, they're missing the arm, but I don't see special guys here.
Okay.
He's even joking to you, not having one arm on the first picture. You should have gone stronger on that.
This is so incredibly different than your past work, which I find intriguing. But some of your exposures are really off. Your highlights are just so blown out, like the one in the training room, or the physical therapy. That bright, bright wall is just so incredibly distracting.
I will just say, though, the light was appalling. I mean, I was shooting at 6400. It was just...
And 6400 can be beautiful.
Okay, thank you.
Zivit.
Willful, impatient, and focused. Those were the three words that Thomas Geyer-Spickler used when I asked him to describe himself to me.
What I think it's lacking is some aspects of his really personal life. What's his emotional state?
He's missing the passion. He's missing the real strength. You know, what the picture there with the hand and the book, what is this about? I don't understand what's going on here.
It's a picture of his accident, and...
Yeah, but I think he's very weak altogether.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Olymp?
Hello.
Hi.
I met David, he's from Germany. Actually, for me, this was another way of working because normally I stage things, and so it was difficult, but yeah, this is the result.
Well, I think the strongest picture for me personally is the one at the end of him lying on the track, well composed, where you're dead center and everything kind of feeds away from that.
The first image that you have on the table where he's leaning against the wall, do you like that image? Did you see that you cut his hands off?
Yes, I know, because the focus was on the face for me.
Did you see that when you were photographing?
Yeah, I was aware that
so
the focus...
by doing that, you know, I know that he has fingertips, and I just keep going out of the frame.
Okay.
The design doesn't work at all.
Okay.
There is a certain spirit there, but every single picture, except the one to the right, which is very funny and very special, if you find something like that, is a discovery of a personality. Go ahead. Go deeper. You are a photographer. You have to discover. You have to find what other people don't see.
It wasn't easy, actually, to take these pictures already, but I was already happy with what I did. So if I would go back, I don't know, I think it would be the same.
Max.
Well, I got to spend the day with Ayula Didash. What I try to show in my pictures is how she manages to overcome the challenge of not seeing anything, and she manages to live a very normal life, really.
I think it's good that you try to show different aspects of her life. I think the daily life elements are weaker than the actual sports elements.
You should have come with just 4 pictures. The one to the center, we don't need it at all.
Well, to be honest, I was tempted to just show sports pictures, but I thought it wouldn't be enough to tell her whole story.
When you tell too much, sometimes you tell less. You have to be careful to that.
Thanks, Max.
They've roasted me a bit this time. They didn't really like one picture, which I totally understand because it's not great.
Molly, please, could you come up?
The athlete was a woman called Francesca Porcelato. She was so open and friendly.
Great work. I like that. Good energy, good composition, good color. I'm only missing that she's not interfering with us.
I feel that we're missing an action shot. It has a very quiet feel as a sports story. I'm not completely convinced about the coffee shot. I think it has a kind of bit of a sentimental feel about it.
There's too much clutter. It's just such a distracting image. And you see the guy coming out of the top of her head, and the counter, and the guy coming out of the chain, and all of that. It just is messy. It could have been composed better.
I agree, and we spoke about this before, that there was no action pictures in this story at all. The scenery in the one picture with the line down the middle of the road is a beautiful spot that somehow could have been set up as an action picture.
Thank you, Molly.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
I had the same feeling about that espresso photograph. I really, really wasn't sure about that photograph at all. Maybe I would have been better just going with the 3.
Wojciech?
This is Beatrice Bebevio, wheelchair fencer, and this is it. These are the photos.
I know the person. She's a superstar in Italy.
Yes.
But I'm missing a portrait of her. I'm missing her face. I'm missing her look. She's got an incredible smile.
I like the different perspectives that you have. I like the fact that we have an overhead shot. I don't necessarily feel that I'm missing a portrait. I mean, I think that this is a reportage shoot, and that's how it feels to me. And what's going on around her, her environment, is just as important as her.
This is possibly your best effort so far. It's just that fencing photo, it's just so blown out. I wish you would have had a better one.
I do like in that picture that you can still see her eyes, which is sometimes very difficult when you're photographing fencing at any sort. So I don't know. I mean, if he exposed to get the walls perfectly exposed, that would probably all be in shadow. So I'm not sure. I thought overall it was a very strong set of pictures.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
After presenting their series to the judges, the contestants are anxiously awaiting the verdict.
I can see that Max did single picture, they're not so, but all together is a concept. And of course, Olympe there is gone, far out, lost.
I think Olympe has a good sense of colour, and I think that quite often her compositions are very clean. So I think that's her strength.
I think that Wojciech, this particular assignment was his best effort so far.
You don't really understand who is the star, who is the character there. Tell me.
Well, I'd
Where
say that it's the woman from the second picture.
Yeah, but yes, but you really
look
don't see her. And Molly there is a story. Very simple somehow. She has got consistency.
There's only one image that works for me, and that's that one where the cyclist is in the middle of the frame.
It's a strange choice to have her looking off. You know, we never really get a sense of who this person is.
Still is the less fragmented story of all the other one. It's got a story, it's consistent, for sure it's not the worst.
It's a matter of opinion,
Of course,
yeah.
that's my opinion.
Yeah.
You got yours, I got mine. I've tried to explain you why I got...
I know, I'm just being...
I think this time it's really quite a split decision.
Extreme split decision.
OK, let's go and tell the contestants. Photographers, we have analysed your photo essays, and there are some pictures that really stood out for us.
The first person that we're going to talk about is Wojciech. What I really liked about your essay was, especially the last 3 images, I really got the feeling of the determinedness of this athlete and how much effort was going into the sport. Good job. Thank you.
Thank you. I know why those photos might be seen as better ones, because they're like reportage style. This is what I do normally.
Another word is Max, please. The single picture, they're not so fantastic, but There is a story in here that is understandable, and we understand what you're talking about. Probably you have to take more care of the single picture, of the detail. Anyhow, you are consistently good. My compliment.
Thank you. Good enough. Not perfect. I'm not entirely happy about it. They said that I was consistent, which is, of course, good, because that's what I try to do.
So now we come to the 2 least successful photo essays.
The first photographer who didn't perform so well is you, Lamp. I think personally that your story is very weak. Nothing is standing out. Everything is fragmented. You try to be funny, but it's not consistent.
Lamp, do you have anything to say?
Just that I tried something else and it didn't work, so...
Now, the second photo essay that didn't convince us is Molly's. I felt that there were lots of missed opportunities here. You had an amazing location, a great landscape, vibrant subjects, and in the third shot, with different framing, that could have been a very strong image or portrait.
This is always the difficult part, is the elimination and sending somebody home. So the photographer that's going to go home this week is Molly. Molly, let's just talk about your assignment. It was lacking some things. I feel like there was just this very flatness. I don't get the intensity of this person as an athlete. I feel like for the amount of time you have that something more could have happened. How did you feel with your photos?
I wasn't sure what shots to select, and I completely appreciate everything that you guys told me, and I would just like to say as well.
Okay, good.
Thank you for this.
Oh, no.
Well, Molly, you shouldn't cry. There is a very big split decision here.
Molly, we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And for the rest of you, things will only get harder. So we'll see you on the next task assignment.
I remember I was sitting in school when I got an email to say that I was chosen. I've learned so much. It's been a really invaluable experience. There's not a doubt in my mind that I want to be a photographer. It's all I want to do for the rest of my life.
In the next episode of Master of Photography, a difficult location.
This week, London hosts one of the biggest fashion events of the year.
That's ridiculous.
And the tension will rise.
I kill you.
Much needed advice.
I think you need to stop thinking about what we want, and you need to start doing what you want to do.
And another photographer will be leaving the competition.
The photographer that will leave us is...
לילה טוב, אנחנו מועדון תרבות, אהלן שפרה.
היי אסתר, הלילה אנחנו פוגשות